Who is this? Terrible. Oh man, no, that's not good TV. What's up, Walker? All right, bet. Popping out the chat one more time. Yeah, I had to just go. Just had to go run up the street real quick. UGK for life. Yeah, so I was before I left, I was talking about, AI and music and the fact that a lot of people having the discussion about these AI music tracks, they're not really aware of how they're being made, that it's not text based. They're not typing in lyrics and then a Drake voice is having it. What's happening is it's people performing, and then it's like a vocal auto tune. It's like a plugin that'll change your voice from whatever yours is to um like Drake's. But it's weird because I only see white people like doing digital blackface as rappers. You know what I mean? Like they haven't done like a Britney Spears prompt or a an Adele prompt or a Dua Lipa prompt or a Carol G prompt or Camelia Cabello prompt or or nothing like that. It is his white guys um doing black voices, and it's weird, and I can't wait till the people who are who will really get tight about that shit can explain it to everybody, because it's flagrant. Um I was on Twitter having an interaction with somebody, and they were like, oh, this will be great for reference tracks. So ghostwriters can send them to artists. And I asked them, I was like, do you think that artists are pumped to have a reference track in their voice sent back to them, and what I don't think that people are like really using empathy when they're having these ideas, because like if I'm Drake and I don't like Tory Lane sounding like me, I don't want you to sound like me, even if you're trying to write me a song. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Drake, I've been getting reference tracks from the finest writers everywhere. You know what I'm saying? If I'm fucking JT and Young Miami, I've been getting reference tracks from everywhere. I don't need Yachty to do the JT what's it called? Auto tune. I don't need you to use the JT AI to write my reference track. Just go in there and freestyle my reference track, bro. Don't be weird. You know, these are artists. They're very egotistical. I don't know if you know that or not. I don't know if you know that about artists. You probably don't, because you're dreaming about being a ghostwriter. That's where you top it out. Like, man, I wish I could ghostwrite for Drake. Oh my god. But yeah, dude, I really think that maybe newer people, but all the people that you dream about doing music with, that are your heroes, like, dog, they ain't trying to hear you sound like them. I promise you, bro. I promise you, they're not waiting for you to send an email of your attempt to cosplay as them. You know what I mean? They're not looking for that. I promise you that. Don't be weird. Just make a regular reference track. But it made me, in the course of like trying to think about this and understand it and try to like settle how I feel, because you guys know I'm very attached to music. I'm very attached to hip hop. I'm very passionate about it. Things offend me. You know what I'm saying? Things offend me. Because I was really a part of the culture all through growing up. It wasn't like just something that I watched. It's something that I did. So stepping away from that attachment and trying to analyze it, to have an understanding, so that I'm no longer frustrated, because that's when I get frustrated with shit, is when I don't understand it. Started looking at it through the lens of Mid Journey, and using Chat GPT to, I come up with a prompt, and then Chat GPT give me 10 more prompts, and tweak them a little bit, and and what I'm realizing is, like, okay, we know like Photoshop, Canva, right? But that's not programming, right? We know DAWs, which is a very graphical form of programming. You're programming music that has a sick dopamine attachment to it, because when you program a song that you like, it makes you feel good because music, and you made it, so you're feeling great because you wrote this program. But it's a program. You programmed a sequencer to make music, right? You don't have the same feeling as, say, somebody picking up their bass guitar, going to their buddy's house and jamming, and then you guys record your jam, and you guys just play, for half an hour, and then there's this little 2-minute segment where you guys just wow, and it sounds crazy, and then you bring that into a session, you build a song off of it, and it's like, yo, that was really nuts how we locked in, and just kind of played that part, and we're able to create a new song, and when I listen to it, it gives me goosebumps, it takes me back to the garage. It's different than that. And we all know it. But because that is we don't know what it's like to, a lot of us don't know what it's like to, code a piece of software. We don't know what it's like to code a game. We don't know what it's like to code, period. Right? So programming music is our interface, right? This tool, when you take it away from art, right? And you look at it like where it's really gonna have impact. Because my point here, Ramcat, is that the impact that AI is going to have on music creation and the music that people like to listen to is going to be minimal. It's going to be minimal in comparison to what this shit is going to do to the workforce, right? Because there is a lot of jobs, right? There's a lot of jobs. I seen somebody, they were talking about automation, right? It was something about Gen Z. They were talking about automation. They were in college, and they were talking about how automation, was going to come for truck drivers, and there was some other like blue collar job, right? And I think what people, I don't like, people imagine AI, and they, like laymen, they imagine AI, they imagine a AI robot. So you think of something getting automated like self-driving trucks. You think of something getting automated like something that's laborious, like a robot putting together a car, right? Everything that we do here, everything we do here is based on like cost and adding value, right? So say you wanted to, say you're an automation company, right? And you're building models, and you're building automation tools with the goal to make money and hit the market. Cloning Drake's voice is going to be low on the list compared to how can you save Amazon millions of dollars, right? Or how or a and if you were working on projects developing the tech for trucks to drive themselves, you don't really have like a huge incentive because of the obstacle that implementing hardware brings, right? So, in order to get trucks to automate themselves, you either have to create brand new self-driving trucks, or you'd have to retrofit all the fucking trucks, right? And all of that is a hardware cost. In order to automate all the McDonald's, you have to implement all the hardware to automate all the McDonald's, right? However, if the McDonald's corporation could take all of the mid-level management that's making six figures, um if they could reduce the if they could go with a different legal firm that's using some form of AI that's going to come along in the future that cuts down, like, law is crazy. You need so many bodies to research and do and do all of this you know muddling through all of the legalese in order to get the desired outcome that you want to happen. It's basically a lot of legal services is translating legalese. You know what I mean? But if you have AI that can do that, I mean, those high five figures and six-figure jobs go, going away, bro. Going away, right? So it's not these poor people making $15 an hour, and now we're going to have to get a menial UBI to keep the poor construction. Like, no, the construction workers are going to be all right. It's gonna be like the people who are in middle management, the people who are doing basic programming, because all of these, all like something like Chat GPT. The reason why it's easier to use, the reason why it's so amazing is because you can talk to it, right? But this is just English. All programming is language, and these things are proficient in different programming languages. So what that means is it's the same thing that a sequencer and a graphical timeline, what that did for making music, this shit is going to do for programming, right? I showed you guys the oh wow, he did another one. like you understand, like you got people who were out here trying to get give me basic R&B chord progression out of this, and you got my boy right here busting out Python scripts and making VSTs. So when like this is his, you know what I mean. So when I take it away from music and we look at something like programming that I don't have like the connection to, you can kind of you get a better you get a better you can have a better thought experiment about where this is going. You know, because I don't like ooh, AI being so good that it's gonna replace the commercials, or ooh, it's so good it can do fingers, or ooh, like, no, bro. It's like, how about when it gets so good that you don't need somebody to code for you anymore. Like this guy obviously knows Python, so he's able to correct the errors. But how fast is it going to get to the point where you just don't need people to code anymore? Like, forget about your delusional music dream. You know what I mean? And trying to get and try to get Drake's voice on your drums. Am I catching a cold? No, I'm not catching a cold. The Pizza Hut versus, the principle behind Chat GPT is that it predicts the most likely next word. That's all it does. And from its huge amounts of data, that the next word makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's what freaks people out. I've seen Chat GPT used to make scripts in Reaper, for example, macros to complex commands. So yeah, CMP, I see what you were saying about some of the implementation of it using code languages. I mean, bro, like, dude, I don't know. I I don't know. I don't know how you get. I don't know how you get anything else but that. You know what I mean? And I don't want to go I don't want to go like down a rabbit hole, but like, yo, I really think that a lot of the music stuff and the visual stuff, it's very convenient that that is, the stuff that comes out on the news, like, oh, Drake is using AI, like, dude, not Drake songs, bro. Like, um how many people can potentially be put out of work, right? Like, like real world problems, like not about your music dream. Like, how many people could potentially be put out of work due to just you not needing people to write code anymore? Ramcat says, I work on software every day, and things like ChatGPT and GitHub Copilot write some code. It's a huge convenience. Yeah, I think at least some part of new jobs created is to efficiently prompt AI. There's listen, there's gonna be like, with every innovation, there's gonna have to be people who know how to prompt AI, right? But do you think that prompting AI is going to like need the same amount of certifications as, as being able to write in multiple coding languages and put it together? Like, this is like coding, and coding it was a great thing for, you know, this era in America, because it provided, you know, that class of people in the middle class who, you know, essentially you guys that do that, you guys are like the new version of skilled labor in the like from the 50s, you know what I mean? Like when the 50s was like, you know, you could be a tradesman and have a house in the suburbs, and, you know, have your truck and retire and send your kids to college, and, you know, you know, everything would be straight. And then, you know, they busted up the unions, they made everything easy to do, and now all of a sudden, like, if you're in trades, you know, you're like low key a joke to society, right? um but if you take away, you know, the complexity from, you know, from putting together code and everything like that, and you turn everybody to prompt writers, and then it's like, oh, you know, you're just gonna be, you know, you don't even write code, you just do prompts, you know, that 70, 80, $90,000 a year job, now all of a sudden that becomes a $40,000 a year job, you know, because you're not even doing it. You know what I mean? Like this, like that. That's why some of these people were like, yo, this shit is this shit could get out of hand. That's what it is. It's not, and they're showing you the Drake songs because it's like, talk about that shit. Talk about talk about if it really sounds like Drake. Talk about if it really looks like a Pizza Hut commercial. Talk about if it really looks like a human face. Talk about if they can draw fingers yet. You know? The Vapor says nobody's going to AI concerts or AI sports games. Boy, K Slaps is programming on Hopscotch. Ramcat. What what do what do you think people should be talking about? I think people should be talking about the actual group of workers in America that are going to be put out of work by by this by this technology, and 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 how this country is going to deal with that. Right? I think you should have like grown up conversations about that, because I tell you what, you know what I mean, like blue collar people. I'm gonna tell you like this: white collar people are going to lose their minds. They're gonna lose their minds, bro. They're gonna lose their minds because they think that they're better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like the typical person that has a good salary, drives a Japanese car with leather, and went to college and works in an office. Like they think that they're smart. They think that they're smarter than people. They think that they're better than people. You know what I mean? Work so hard, and bro, there is a possibility that that foundation that they've put their identity on, that, you know, I'm this person, you know, and this is my identity, you know, I'm in this place in society, like when that gets taken away, and it's like, all right, even if they do it smooth, right, even if they're like, yo, you know what I'm saying, these white collar people are soft, we're gonna come in and UBI them, and everything's gonna be okay. Even if you UBI them, you take away their ability to learn. Like that is an interesting thought experiment. Like how like with as soft as people are in America today, and all the mental fucking health issues that they have, what happens when you take away people who have been earning for half their life, their ability to earn, and you just sit them on UBI. You know, what happens to them? You would think that they would just rejoice and relax all the time, and, you know, follow their passion, but I do not think that that's what happens. I do not think that that's what happens. Because I promise you the bitches ain't going to want to smash the dudes that are on UBI. And when dudes can't pursue women for sex, that's when dudes start doing weird shit. start doing really weird shit. They start doing really weird shit, bro. Ramcat says there's so many issues revolving around AI now. I'm sure it's hard enough to get through everything at once, and we are really running out of time. Maybe nobody wants to talk about it. There's a lot of certainty in that field, and I think people. Yeah, well, I mean, listen, I'm different. You know, I always got a different spin on stuff. So I get that, you know, my proclivity for wanting to, you know, talk about talk about what's actually gonna cause a a a a, 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 a massive capitulation in our economy. You know, maybe that's scary, but I mean, like, dude, it's you know, it's YouTube, bro. Like YouTube, people will talk about anything that'll destroy the economy. You got like crypto bros talking about like fiat currency, and you know, you know, you got people like, oh, the BRICS nations are circling, and China's gonna take us over, and Russia's gonna take us over, like, you know, but this is the real shit that is going to put people out of work, and it's going to be crazy because it's people who, you know, were sold a vision of their life, and it's not going to work out. It is not going to work out. And what happens when you've got this whole social class of people, and they get relegated to something else, you know? Ramcat says, yeah, for sure, it's definitely fine to talk about on YouTube, but I'm saying for mainstream media, what's there to talk about? They could only debate. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, like, listen, mainstream TV is good. Mainstream TV is going to mainstream TV, you know? Mainstream TV is going to mainstream TV. There's definitely no reason for them to deep dive on it. You know, I just would like to see. I don't know, bro. Like the like even the discussion here is very surface level. You know what I'm saying? Very surface level. Hold My Beer says, I don't like how it seems like everyone is so accepting of it. It's whack as fuck to assume it's gonna be all good. Yeah, I mean, well, that's my thing. Hold My Beer. That's my thing. Like, it's, you know, the stuff that the stuff that gets like pumped and promoted is, you know, it's very friendly. It's very like, oh, look at this. You can, you know, you this it makes this thing that you always wanted to do that you can never do easier, right? AI jingles on mainstream TV commercials between, no, those are actual people's beats, bro. Listen, those are actual people beats. The with the loud 808 snares. But yeah, I'll make a. What's been happening for decades? Who's buying K Slab? Same to you, bro. Who's buying the new MPC? Who's buying the new MPC though? I was talking to Brito in the Discord about the MPC. Dun, dun. So we was meditation. What's up, bro? So we was talking about let's see, 9:30 they dropped the MPC special edition, the MPC SE, the MPC X SE. They should have called it the MPC Sex. That's what I want to call it from now on. For the duration of this document, the MPC X special edition shall hereinby be referenced as the MPC Sex, bro. So the MPC Sex came out. And I don't like it when we do this, bro. He hit me with the definitely a money grab. And it's like, bro, like Akai doesn't create products to you know, give away for free. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't you know, it doesn't make products to you know, to enhance your life. It makes products so for people to buy them. You know. Oh my God, not right now. Yeah, bro. It's definitely the NPC sex, bro. Because it's a sexy machine. I mean, look at it, bro. This thing is. Look at this baby. 10-inch screen with the girth, you know. Fire. It's just delicious looking. But I seen like you know I was tapping in with NPC Gang this earlier, and just seeing like people's response to it, and it's like it's just people like looking at it and being like, I don't understand why Akai keeps making new variations of these computers, you know, and it just looking like cosmetic updates. But what happened was this MPC, it has all of the upgrades that the MPC keys has, right? So the MPC keys has more RAM. It doesn't have the expanded memory. This one has 48 gigs of memory, as opposed to like I think the 6 that it comes with. I don't know if it has a hard drive bay or not. Um, you know, and then it's got all the outputs that you would expect. Let's see if it comes up. Oh, boo. Sweetwater should have known what I wanted. So it comes with all of the instruments from the MPC X2. And that's really why I think that they even dropped this, because I'm pretty sure that this skin, it already existed. Like they were planning on doing this, but I think the reason why it rolled out the way that it did is because so many people, and like Andy Mack going and doing the I mean, you should have been known Andy Mack was already all up in NPC Gang, but they actually watch that group. They see what a lot of like, you know, the legacy owners want, people who have older machines, and what it would take to get them to jump to another $2,400 product, you know. And there's a reason why it's this colorway. It's to get those guys who are who have that nostalgia, and they just need that little push, just that little bitty push. And you know that's what that's what they wanted. They wanted an MPCX with all of the instruments and enough RAM to run all the instruments. They want an MPC with more RAM. Obviously people got pipe dreams. They want a brand new operating system with a new GUI and a graphical arranger, an M1 Ultra processor and a scanner. You know, if I'm gonna spend $2,500 on an MPC, I'm gonna need a scanner. Um, I'm gonna need a 1 year subscription to Adobe and Microsoft Office so I could do my budget on it as well. I also need an HDMI out so that I can put this on a 50-inch monitor to chop my samples. It's $2,500, man. I'm also going to need I'm also going to need you to be able to use Bluetooth not only for MIDI but for a mouse. Because there's a piano roll here, and I want to be able to open Omnisphere on it. If I'm real, I want to be able to open Omnisphere on it. Hold My Beer says I took advantage of that Native Instruments S22. $200 comes off the complete standard. That shit. But I want a new NPC is next, but nah for me. Well, yeah, I mean, listen, I gotta tell you guys, a lot of you guys that are saying like this is a no for you, this was not this like we know this is a no for you. This is definitely a no for you. Um, I think what's funny is when I see like people be like, oh, this is a no for me, like thinking like this is not a misstep. This shit is going to sell. I would not be surprised if this sells out. You got to remember the MPC X came out in 2017, man. The MPC XE Imperial Light Cruiser. Yeah, it's definitely got Star Wars vibes for sure. Fire up your workflow with the latest firmware. Two pedal inputs, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 48. So 48. It's only 16 SDs, and you get an SD card slot, and you can fucking put your own drive in it. Well, I'm saying it's a no for me because I'm happy with my NPC one for now. Yeah, no, I listen. It's not a personal attack. Hold my beer. I'm just saying like Akai knows this isn't something that uh existing customers are gonna run out and buy. This is some shit for people who have been looking and holding out, and they're just like, oh, I want that. You want that real NPC? I mean, bro, like. NPC is, I know like a lot of like hobby people use it, but it is a pro device. You know what I mean? Like it's a pro device designed for people who are in the music industry. Like this device is not designed for hobbyists or prosumers. You know what I'm saying? This is not designed for type beat makers. This is designed for like this is the professional version of this platform. And you better believe and you better believe every studio and producer that fucks with MPC, they're getting this one. Definitely getting this one. Promise you that. You guys want to I want to try a chord progression I saw. Yo, this dude's videos. Maybe you guys that make lo-fi are already up on his videos, but this dude's videos are tough. Oh, Studio One is being a biche. Our Final Cut open? Final Cut needs to relax, bro. I don't need this open either. Or this. Let's go.
Welcome to another Chords That Vibe. When you use a typical chord progression, it is like the plot of a movie, beginning, middle, and end. When you use just 2 chords, you can create the feeling of a cinematic shot of the main character. This chord progression uses chromatic motion, which is when notes move by semitones, especially when they are moving to a note outside of the initial key. There's a few ways we can look at this chord progression. Each one presents a new insight. It's kind of like turning a kaleidoscope. The colors and shapes morph while the overall texture remains. The 2 chords we're working with are B flat minor 11 and then A major 7 sharp 11. Just back and forth. The scale that goes along
CMP gatekeeping the mid journey, never, bro, never. I went out, did something real quick, came back and hopped back on the desk, all for you guys, you know. And you know, a couple people ain't get their email, and all of a sudden I'm a bad guy. I'm not putting up with that. So check this out, bro. This guy's chord progression is wild. I seen this shit and I was like, yo, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Update my browser? Why, bro? Why? Whoa, whoa! You just gonna come in and call me pussy, bro? Gonna jump in? He's just gonna jump in the chat like yo. God damn. Yo. I know. Yo, AB, how can AI replace you at your job? So AB says, with respect to AI replacing his job, he says it can do the stuff that I don't want to do, but it will be a long time before computers can physically set up a network, even with it being in the cloud. I'm the guy who fixes the AI when the AI is not working, so I doubt it will. Okay. So you do like you actually got to be like hands on in the data room, like being like, "Oh man, port 27 is busted. We need a brand new Cat 6 jumper over here." Damn, it's a good ass job. Bro, the AC in those data rooms is so nice. Like, bro, you probably so you probably go to work and you live in like Northern California, so you probably go to work every day with like a little jacket, something to keep. Yo, bro, if I fucking did networking, yo, if I did networking like that and I was in like that climate, I would fucking dress. I would dress. I would not do like you're like athlete vibes. So you probably in there with like athleisure and shit. Yeah, dude. I couldn't do sweats. I would, bro. I wouldn't have like sharp suits. No, bro. Oh no, I couldn't. No, I would definitely be dressed better than everybody there, bro. If I didn't have to sweat when I wore clothes, oh my god, let me tell you, bro. I envy you guys, and you and y'all take it for granted. Y'all wear fucking sweats. Y'all wear fucking sweats. Have zero humidity and decide to put sweatpants on. That's what you do with the gift God gave you.
The scale that goes along with the B flat minor 11 chord is a minor scale. The specific type of minor scale is the pentatonic scale with sharp 11. A is the B correct way to build the Lydian F sharp. Bass plays becomes the root of the chord. We can be doing all kinds of
Yo, this is the part right here.
The bass controls the way we perceive the chord. Whether we like it or not, whatever note the bass plays becomes the root of the chord. We can be doing all kinds of fancy stuff and justifying it intellectually as an inversion or some other concept. But at the end of the day, whatever note the bass plays is the root, and it's the way we perceive the chord happening on top. This is the power that bass and bass players wield. This is relevant to this chord progression because since the chords are moving from B flat minor 11 to A major 7 sharp 11 over and over, if the bass is playing those roots, B flat to A, constantly, it started to create a kind of seasickness. And this seesawing back and forth between this semitone of B flat and A, to me, didn't hold up to much repetition. So instead of the bass playing A on the second chord, I moved the bass note to F sharp, which changes the chord, because remember...
But that doesn't matter. What does it sound like? Yo, when you watch videos like that, whenever they start doing the, and I change this note, and what that means is just don't even listen. Just go and listen to the notes. Oh. Thank you, sir, for your assistance. You're a good man. Bring these in. Go. Oh my God. What are we doing? What's going on here? What's all this? Touch Tone, what's up, bro? what's happening? Why is this happening? Yo, Frank, right? I didn't want to say it out loud. I didn't want to say it out loud. It was giving me that, and it was giving me like that, and eye for an eye type of vibes. Hush. What is this? Oh, I don't even know what this is even called. Who God damn it. Which one is closer? A flat. Major might not sound crazy. Madness. uh, Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, but I appreciate you guys tapping back in on the stream. My brother just called me. I want to call him back. Make sure everything's all right. You guys keep it simple. Don't be